Hey there, guys. Catlin here with lesson 6 of your homework help for this week. We're starting on Pythagorean theorem, which you're noticing here, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And for each of these triangles, determine if the legs squared would equal the hypotenuse squared, where a, b, and c are the side lengths of the triangle. And explain how you know. So, will this one have a squared plus b squared equals c squared? Yes, it will. Will this one over here have a squared plus b squared equals c squared? This one will not work. So we're going to say triangle B, triangle B will not work because we found out today in class that the Pythagorean theorem only works whenever the triangle that you're dealing with is a right triangle. So triangle B will not work because it is not a right triangle. Now, triangle A will work, and I'm adding this to your question. I wanted you guys to find out how big this one was. All right, and so we saw today that if this is A and this is B, because these are the legs of your triangle, the shorter sides are the legs, and this over here is, we're going to call it C for the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, leg, leg. All right. Then we found out that we can square this side. We can make a square out of this side, and their sum will equal the square of this side. So visually, it looks like this. If we made a square out of this, it would kind of go up and be, about this large. And it would be a 4 by 4 square that would have 16 units inside of it, square blocks. And if we squared this side, be much smaller, it would only be a 2 by 2 square, which would make 4 square units. And what we learned was that this square plus that square would equal the area of this bigger hypotenuse down here that's an unknown amount by an unknown amount. But now that we know that this is going to be 20 square units inside, we know that this question mark is the number that you can multiply by itself to get 20, which is simply just the square root of 20. So this right here is square root of 20 long, square root of 20 long to give us 20 square units, which is the sum of the other two squares, a squared and b squared. So algebraically, it looks like this. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Our a was 4, our b was 2, and our c was unknown. And whenever we did 4 squared, we got 16. When we did 2 squared, we got 4. So we found out that c squared was 20. And when we knew that c squared was 20, we know that the number to multiply by itself to get 20 is just the square root of 20. And that gives us our answer. And that's all I got to help you out with your homework for today. We will continue to practice Pythagorean theorem throughout the week. And we'll see you guys. Be good.